everyone, Kaiju here, and welcome back again to yet another Musume video. And for today's video, we're gonna be going over some fan-made monster girl designs. That's right, these designs are not official, so don't take this as official canon material. To avoid confusion, I'm just getting this out of the way. These are not official, these are 100% fan-made. And these designs were made by Dragonith over at DeviantArt, so if you want to check out some of his other works, I'll leave a link to this profile down in the description down below. Dinosaur-type. 65 million years ago, the mighty dinosaurs and over 75% of life on Earth went extinct in a catastrophic event, or so the history books say. Thanks to some nutjob experimenting on a remote island off the coast of Costa Rica, dinosaurs walked the Earth once more. How did he bring them back? With human DNA, of course. Originally, he was going to opt for frog DNA, but the shipments got mixed up. Whoops. Utilizing human DNA was not without its catch, however. Some of the now revived dinosaurs are inaccurate, lacking the appropriate plumage evident in most theropod dinosaurs. These traits were overridden but not lost. Should any further attempts at revival take place, it is advised to use harpy DNA instead to regain the missing feathery coating for the predatory animals. The frog DNA would have had the same outcome. The scientist apologizes for this. So basically, according to Dragonith, the dinosaur monster girls would have come to existence because of some scientists would have wanted to create dinosaurs, but instead it kind of mixed up the DNA with human DNA and created dinosaur monster girls. You know, basically a whole Jurassic Park reference to its origins. Very interesting, of course. Not original, but yeah, it's very interesting. In terms of, like, if this would fit in the Musume canon, it'd be kind of weird. But I could see it potentially happening in the Musume canons, you know, because there's also scientists, like, studying some of the monster girls, like, abilities and nature and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the future, Musume canon, they'd probably find a way to introduce dinosaur girls. But yeah, pretty cool. Triceratops type. The famed three-horned face. Triceratops are ill-tempered herbivores who gored on any who looked at them the wrong way with their deadly horns. Upon revival, they remain as thick-headed as before. Despite the use of human DNA to fill in the gaps, Trikes did not inherit the dexterity of human hands. This only further angers them, so don't ask about it. Heavy maintenance is required to keep their horns from growing too long, so Trikes appreciate weekly trips to get a manicure. I mean, the Triceratops is like one of the more popular dinosaurs, so it kind of would make sense that a Triceratops monster girl or dinosaur girl could appear in Musume, but I mean, I don't really like this design. I mean, it looks fine. The only thing that really sits wrong with me are like the feet, but yeah. Either ways, I mean, it's not a bad design. Not a big fan of it, but yeah, I guess I could see why it would make sense. And Triceratops are the more popular of some of the dinosaurs. Raptor type. Raptors are among the first of the dinosaurs brought back to life from extinction. In the past, they were cunning, intelligent, and fast. Those they deemed prey never escaped alive. Come present time, this is still true. The thrill of the hunt, however, now applies for various everyday tasks that appeal to eager job employers. It's common to see raptors working at delivery and accounting among the various areas that fit their qualifications. There are times where the urge to pin prey down returns. Some raptors have developed self-control, whereas others end up causing a scene when they dropkick their fellow co-workers to the ground. So overall, what appears to be is that the raptor type monster girls are very violent, or a little bit more, a little bit more reckless. Not really violent in the sense that they're like want to kill someone or want to just obviously beat down, but they appear to be more energetic and like they really don't have. Some of them don't have self-control over some of their actions. But yeah, I guess it's pretty interesting. I assume this is supposed to be based on the Velociraptor, because based on like the raptor type and like the various dinosaur types, I guess I would assume is that there are various other like raptor dinosaur girls like Deinonychus or Utahraptor and whatnot. So I assume this one's based on Velociraptor, but I mean, yeah, it's very interesting. I guess the design overall looks pretty cool. I guess you could say it looks kind of big for it to be a Velociraptor, but then I realized, it's a monster girl, so it's probably gonna be like bigger than the average like Velociraptor size. I mean, it looks cool. I like the Jurassic Park reference on its shirt design. But yeah, cool design, cool design. I like it a little bit. I like it a bit more better than the trike. Pteranodon type. While not true dinosaurs, pterosaurs are just as recognizable as their grounded counterparts. They dominated the skies with reckless abandon. Now pterosaurs score big-time jobs working with airports to ensure passenger safety. Due to the size of the wingspan, even when folded, most planes accommodating pterosaur attendants have been remodeled to allow for more space moving between aisles. So the pterosaurs are kind of like the harpy equivalent of the dinosaur species, even though I know they're not dinosaurs, but yeah. I mean, they look cool. The design doesn't look bad. I mean, the Pteranodon type kind of doesn't make sense for me. It'd make more sense if it was pterosaur types, but yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I guess the wingspan being quite large and being bothersome to them in when it comes to their works makes sense since pterosaurs are one of the few species to have been known for having quite large wingspan, and especially if you take into consideration the Quetzalcoatlus, which was like a very large pterosaur that had like almost like a 40 feet long wingspan. So yeah, I guess that would make sense since the dinosaur girl's wingspan would be quite large and bothersome. But I like it. Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex type, the most famous dinosaur, the self-proclaimed King Tyrannosaurus Rex. These apex predators ruled the past until the very end of their era. In this case, this is more of a Regina than a Rex, by the way. Unsurprisingly, the Rex still retains the popularity by the masses with their comeback. They behave like royalty and act full of themselves. Their ego is greatly inflated by the acknowledgement of the general populace's love of Tyrannosaurus. The only thing to match their attitude is their appetite, eating like kings/queens every day. A side effect of the post-revival process was making that Rex's arms large enough that they can be used for common tasks. Sadly, they are still useless as certain assets are much too large and get in their way. So, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is probably like my favorite design out of all of the dinosaur girls here. I really love the king/queen aspect that went into their design since like obviously they're supposed to act like royalty since they're supposed to be like very popular and they act like they like the best of the dinosaur girls. So yeah, I really like the influence that went to design, like adding the crown and like the royal like clothes. But yeah, another interesting thing is that I don't think Dragonith, the creator of these designs, took this into case that Regina, basically translates to queen. But recently, there's been a proposed study that the Tyrannosaurus could be potentially three separate species. The first one being the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the second being Tyrannosaurus Imperator, and the third one being Tyrannosaurus Regina, with Imperator translated to Emperor and Regina translating to Queen. So yeah, there was potentially a Tyrannosaurus Queen, but that's still not a 100% confirmed study, and it's still a proposed, it's like the science like it was like, there's evidence of potentially being three separate T-Rex species, so here's like my thoughts, my proposed study of like being three separate species, but it's still not 100% confirmed, and some scientists don't really like that idea or still deny it. But either ways, I really love the Tyrannosaurus girl here. It's probably like the best one from all of the bunch here. But yeah, I love it a lot. Overall, I'm a big fan of some of these dinosaur girl designs. I overall love these designs. I like the idea of dinosaur girl like species in Musume. I don't think we'll ever see a Musume like species of dinosaur girls in the main canon, especially like in the manga, but potentially in the future there is like probably a possibility, and my reasoning for that is that the lizard folk monster girl species in Musume, like their ancestry or like the ancestors, can be traced back all the way to the dinosaurs. Now that doesn't mean that there are dinosaur girls like in Musume, but there's probably a possibility that could happen. I don't know. It would be pretty cool to see. I think it would be pretty neat. But either way, shout out to Dragonith over at DeviantArt for making these cool like monster girl designs. I like them quite a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please share, like, and subscribe. It would really help out a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.